right, welcome back, y'all. We were talking about the importance of sleep, and today we're going to talk about how sleep works. I think this is really fascinating information. It's also very useful because it's going to help us make an argument for having a certain amount of time in bed and also facilitating good quality sleep. So let's talk about what happens during sleep. Ideally, we have 5 cycles that we're going through. So think cycles, time duration. Within each cycle, we're going through REM sleep, rapid eye movement, and then we're going through non-REM sleep, which are our deeper stages, stages 1 through 4, right? Each one of these cycles, we're going to be cycling from REM through those deeper stages, and sometimes we'll even be awake a little bit, right? Now, what happens is earlier in the night, we have much more time that's dedicated towards the non-REM deeper stages 1 through 4. And then during the time that we get closer to waking up, we start to experience more of the REM sleep. So if we start to sacrifice our sleep for some reason, first of all, if we don't get good quality sleep, we're not going to be going through those deeper stages of rest and recovery and recuperation. And then if we shorten our sleep for some reason, it's not that we're shrinking those cycles, it's that we're actually cutting them off. All right, so if I end up shortening my sleep by 2 or 3 hours, I may be missing almost an entire cycle, which means that's towards the end of my sleep, and I'm not going to get a lot of the REM sleep that I need. So during the day, the brain cells are super active, right? It's like being at a concert, right? There's just a lot of activity, a lot of talking. During the evening when we sleep, there's actually these pulsating waves where the body is going through, or the brain is going through, and it's clearing and cleaning and excavating and kind of making these connections with previous memories and current experiences. So it's like having this conductor that is orchestrating the brain activity in the brain cells. It's almost like, if any of you might remember, defragging your computer back when we had defrag. I don't know if they still have that on PCs because I use a Mac right now, but it's like defragging your computer. If I were to use like a clay analogy and sculpting something out of clay, the non-REM sleep going through those different stages, stages 1 through 4, is like the deep excavating. It's like we're clearing away big chunks. Then the REM sleep is like the fine tuning, where we're actually doing a lot of the minute detail and integrating. All right, so again, if we look at that 5 cycles, and then we look at the sleep stages that happen within each cycle, during stages 1 through 4, we're experiencing a lot of our physical recuperation and healing. And then also during stages 1 through 4, we're experiencing a lot of the brain stuff. So we're experiencing the cleaning and removal and clearing of damaged or outworn memories or things that just aren't serving us in some way. And a lot of this stuff is happening at an unconscious, non-conscious level. And then during the REM sleep is when we actually integrate, we strengthen remaining connections between those deeper seated emotions and memories with what's happening in our existing life. This is why we call it blending virtual reality. The experience of dreaming actually helps us to integrate those things. And again, this is happening in a way that does not make sense to the conscious mind, but it's still happening in some way. Remember, this is evolutionary. This is part of what made us who we are, successful as a species. All right, so we need going through all these different cycles, which is duration of sleep, all right? We need 7 to 9 hours of bedtime. And then we also need good quality sleep because that's how we're going through those deeper stages of rest and recovery and recuperation. But we also need those lighter stages of REM sleep. So we need it all. We need the duration and we need the quality to help us cycle through the stages of sleep. All right, so think about it like this. As we're active during the day and as we're awake, we're receiving information, we're experiencing, we're receiving sensory input. We're also using the physical body. During deep non-REM sleep or cycling through those deeper stages of sleep, this is when we have, again, at a non-conscious, unconscious level, deep reflection. We're doing cleaning and clearing and storing and strengthening of facts and skills. We're also healing the physical body. And then during the REM sleep, which is our dreaming state, we are integrating, we are interconnecting, we are problem solving, we are using useful insights to live our lives better. We are blending what's happening in the sleep and dream state with what's happening in our current experience. All right, so fascinating stuff. I think the big takeaways here is that we need to actually have this time period that we're going through these different cycles, which means that duration is extremely important. We need 7 to 9 hours of sleep for most people to get through those 5 cycles. And if for whatever reason we're shortening that sleep, it's not that we're shrinking those cycles, it's that we're cutting them off and we're missing out on a very crucial component of the REM sleep. And then also we need to facilitate good quality sleep so that we can go through those deeper stages of healing, recovery, recuperation, and excavating. All right, so we need both duration and we need quality. All right, so a lot of this information is summarized in our handouts, and you can also find our resources over at our community website at community.superhumantransformation.com, and we will see you guys in the next video.